It may well be a new year, 2025, but some things don't change. We've got plenty of trash horrors to cover. And to kick off the new year, I am very excitedly covering Stream. Now this is one that was on my radar already, but then it came in as a recommendation from friend of the channel, on the comments, and even over on Discord. Link to that's down below. You should join in because there's notifications and updates, and I'm more active in there than I think anywhere else. And this movie had me hooked with just one simple claim. It was the return of Tim Curry. Now that did suck me into the movie, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't like to lie to you. No. Honest gub around here. Now technically speaking, Tim Curry is in the movie, but to call it his return to movies, it's a little bit of a stretch, there. I fully appreciate his situation, so him getting in front of the camera in any capacity is a pretty big deal, so fair play to him. But to say Tim Curry is in this movie, it feels just a little disingenuous. And feel more comfortable calling it a Tim Korma. Technically, that is a curry, but you give that to someone that's ordered a curry, they're not going to be happy. They want a little bit of spice, they want a little zhuzh, they want Tim Curry. And I think that alone overshadowed the second name in this movie, and that is legend here on the channel, Tony Todd.
You understand? It's bigger than porn!
R.I.P. to Mr. Todd, this being one of his last movies. I was jumping into this movie thinking it was going to follow a streamer or be centred around a stream in some capacity, which is technically the case, but thankfully it is nothing like I've seen on this channel yet. Well, it's pretty far removed. So if your concern is we're following a streamer or influencer or something like that, rest assured, not the case here.
Fuck.
In a nutshell, we are centred on a hotel, plenty of cameras, and the whole thing is being live streamed. It's like a dark web live stream while 4 killers run amok, trying to get the most points for their creative kills. It's like it was made for me. I love it. And so, first time of the new year, grab yourselves a drink, kick your feet up. If you haven't yet and you love a trash horror watch party vibe, hit subscribe. You'll be ready for the next video. And a huge thank you to the channel members. I don't know where I'll put you. Yous are somewhere here. Thank you. Trust me, there's a lot of weight in those words. I really fucking appreciate it. And now let's find out just how many bonus points Stream can give us for its creative kills. Let's go. What better way to kick this movie off than with a sneaky little Instagram live? We hop into the hotel, and for this dirty little minx here, looks like every room's the ballroom if you catch my drift. Linda here is just on cleaning duty, well, till somebody cuts that short. Get it? Because it's cut. It's cut. Happy New Year. We don't want to show the killer just yet in this movie, so you know what that means, people. Yep, the always handy, friendly face that also moves bloody silently.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, you almost gave me a heart attack.
We need a name for this in movies. I don't think it has one. I don't know what to call it, like a jokey jump scare, a happy heart attack, like a friendly fright. Who knows? You can decide in the comments. After what is a lot of hearty little chuckles,
I'm sorry, Miss Spring.
she brings up the cut cable, and what does our man Brad chalk it up to?
I was vacuuming the carpet, and then I found this.
Rats.
Rats?
Rats.
Just found a rat's nest, slaughtered about 200 of them.
Mate, it's a cleaner cut than a deep fade. Obviously it's not that. Plus, it was in an instant.
Looks like they gnawed right through your wire there.
Unfortunately though, Linda does not seem to know much about rats or have any critical thought of her own whatsoever, and just accepts it.
We can't have this, especially with all the guests that are coming.
Brad just says you'll lay down a few traps and get the stress taken off Linda.
You truly are a godsend.
So now with the rats taken care of, she can head home and relax. Ha, psych. This old woman powerbombs herself through a table. We don't see much here except from a couple of suspicious ankles in a duster as we jump on over to credits. Finally, we are on to some home movies. Now, I know it's being cute family time right now, but this dog is stealing the show. One teary-eyed dad here is just remembering the good old days and decides to check in on his son.
I got it, yeah.
Hey, bud.
This dad does not understand online gaming or streaming, apparently.
Can you pause that for a second? I need your help downstairs.
Come on, Dad, I'm streaming. Come on. Get abused in chat.
Well, what's the big deal? It's just a game, all right? Just press pause, come downstairs and help me.
Little Kev here is just absolutely upstaging his dad at acting. Like I'm not gonna lie, he is doing better.
1,200 people? That's the highest I've ever had.
Congratulations. It's off now, so what do you say you come downstairs and be the tech guru that I know and love?
This poor lad helps to leave, and I am going to call just a little bit of BS here. He's like 10, and not only does he know how to use tapes, but also knows how to fix cameras.
But I can save it.
How?
I can make it digital.
We need to protect Kevin. Like, that's the movie now. Now, while we have one good kid, what about their daughter, Taylor?
Sounds like you got this.
Your daughter was caught trying to steal a case of beer from the liquor store.
Of course she's a wrong'un. There's always one. Want to keep that eye line raised a little there, mate? Like, Jesus Christ.
Okay, I'm sorry, Dad. Well, what do you want me to do? They won't sell it to me.
Dad is just not having any of her shit though, and rightly so.
The next time this happens, they're gonna put you behind bars. And if that's what it's gonna take for you to learn your lesson, then I'm gonna leave you there.
I honestly thought he was a single dad at this point, but the mum just arrives far too late.
What's going on, Roy?
Women, there were lights, bells, raised voices. There was a lot going on and you didn't react.
What's going on, Roy?
This whole bit ends just like you would expect.
Get up to your room now. What is wrong with you two?
These two parents now just sit down to come up with a plan to get their daughter back on the old straight and narrow.
Her actions have consequences.
Listening to us or anything we have to say is not a special skill of hers. We just need to get her away from all of these bad influences. Hey, why don't we go away tomorrow?
So that's it then. That's plan sorted, family time locked in.
Okay?
Let's do it.
Okay.
I only wonder where they might be off to.
Oh, you're so getting lucky.
Back on over at the Pines, poor Linda, well, she is not looking too good. Our duster baddie here is just taunting her hard until he ups the scares a little.
What is that?
Absolutely no shot does he do what we're all thinking he's going to do, right? Like, surely not. Poor Linda. We don't know much about her, but that seems brutal. This gimp plague looking ass starts revving up and he does what is every gilf lover's dream. He drills this old lady. On to reception now as our family roll on up, and it looks like they are not quite getting Taylor away from bad influences, if you catch my drift.
Sadly, this outside portion of our little establishment is closed.
These two lovebirds here are taking a while getting the honeymoon suite, and yeah, you take your time, folks.
I like you too. So let's call it $200 for the evening?
Did he just make that up? Like, why would that not be on a system? Taylor heads off for the two chaps and stumbles across French discount Salmondine.
Correct?
We all just bond over music now, and apparently First to 11 are playing, but poor Taylor isn't allowed to go.
I'm really jealous you guys are going.
Well, you should be. It's going to be sweet.
Our family are just checking in now, and well, it's not quite a great setup.
There it is. 1 room, 4 guests.
1 room for all of them just seems unfair, like especially for horny Taylor. It is time to cough up the big bucks and pay, but uh-oh, there seems to be a bit of an issue.
Because of construction, our credit system is down.
And yes, he just keeps waving the machine.
Really trusted all of this high-tech stuff anyway.
Like, we get it, no cards. But there is a bigger issue.
So that means no Wi-Fi.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Our slick receptionist does manage to turn it into a positive.
This inn is about spending quality time with the people that you love, because you never know just how limited that time is.
I suspect he can upsell things very well. Like, he's the guy that's getting you to a large meal every time. We jump back on over to Taylor, and she must not be served yet because she is still thirsting hard in this bar.
207. Sounds like a nice room.
Mother Dearest now comes on in, and Taylor is just a little too honest.
Hey, Mom, I'm coming.
Oh, you're leaving so soon?
Mum swoops on round to ruin the vibe, and uh-oh, daughter is being naughty again.
You left your beer at the bar. Can I get you anything?
Sure, I'll have what she's having.
Okay, I'm going to give her some points here. This mum seems like a pretty sound mum. Barman here just continues to lean in way too far, and honest to God, he reminds me of somebody.
Well, I just want to make sure you're taken care of.
I'm all taken care of.
It is genuinely buggering me off. Let's see. It's that singing guy from Superbad.
No, I know you.
That was genuinely annoying me, and like, if at least one person out there was recognising him, but not from where, I'm glad I helped. These gals get to bonding, and thankfully, Mum isn't a hard ass.
Your dad and I are trying really, really hard. It's just one weekend. I can only drink so much. Cheers.
I'm honestly just glad that Taylor isn't going to be stereotypical grumpy teen for the whole movie. We now just jump on over to this new face for finishing time, and she starts to see something a little sus. Oh, I hope this man isn't going to be a nuisance. Nuisance. I really like that one. Okay, never mind. Like, he is 100% hanging her very soon. He just starts sprinting as shit is getting tense, and somehow, someone has taken her keys. Jesus Christ, this poor woman has just done a 9 to 5 and she's getting doored in the face. She tries to Tim scurry away, but unfortunately it is a scream cut, so we know that she's definitely done for, right? Back on over to our lovely tech-savvy receptionist, and finally, somebody's asking some questions.
Hi. Hello. Who are you? Where's Mrs. Spring?
Probably somewhere between Mrs. Winter and Mrs. Summer, am I right? No? No? Okay, sorry.
I'm guessing you must be, Mr. Conrad.
Hanson. In for Conrad.
Why would you even guess? Like, he has a name tag.
Right, I see. I'm guessing Linda didn't mention anything about me taking up some of the slack after all the recent changes?
No, she didn't say anything to me.
They're just having a tense stare down that could rival Anton.
Is there something wrong with anything?
Will there be anything else?
You already asked me that.
Well, I need to see about closing.
But alas, he gives in and goes with our sus receptionist.
In fact, she's still here and back. If you come over to the side door, I'm sure she'd be glad to see you.
Good.
Great.
On over to Dad of the Year now, and he just rolls on into the maintenance man, doing some routine repairs.
Dad, look at that camera, isn't it cool?
Oh, yeah.
This scene really does not amount to much. Like, even a drunk guy's thrown in just to cut through it.
What the fuck?
But my focus here is definitely on this camera being ripped down. Like, that's got to be relevant. I've left it in here for yous.
There ain't no internet service here, none at all.
We see poor man Higgins looking for some confirmation, but our sus boy is about to extinguish his curiosity.
The hell's going on?
Fuck me, man. People are dropping like flies in this movie. I mean, nobody we've seen for more than a scene, but still, they're going fast. It is family room time, and we of course get the mandatory floor is lava. You all do it as well, don't lie. Daddy-O is putting his foot down though.
What did we talk about before we left the house?
No video games on this trip.
I would not last. Like, I need my games. We just have Taylor being the grump you would expect.
And now there's no service. Just when I thought this place couldn't get any worse. This is a dream come true.
They try and remind her of the good old days, but that does not work.
Remember that one summer? You had so much fun here. Spring brought you to the roof.
So Dad of the Year here, well, he whips out the big guns.
What are those?
VIP express passes to Ultimate Universe.
Oh shit, son. Ultimate Universe. It doesn't get better than that, right? Like, Disneyland is just Disney on land. This is the Ultimate Universe. Unfortunately though, it would seem Taylor is too cool for the Ultimate Universe.
Taylor, you taking notes? The last time we came here, you couldn't get enough of this place.
Yeah, when I was 10.
Oh, fuck up, Taylor. Let your hair down. We hop on over to the sus boys yet again.
I told you we need a dolly.
Lockwood, what's the deal with this guy?
He's a janitor. He wasn't even on the shift schedule.
Oh shit, he's in on it too now.
I know the drill.
Good.
Now where's my money?
Want my money. I want my money.
So far he has just been setting up cameras for these mysterious people. So 100% that blind spot is going to be relevant.
This one's just malfunctioning a little bit. There's no time to fix it.
Before we get to talk money though, it is time to tie up the poor janitor.
Tie him up in a chair.
Our camera boy gets his cash, reluctantly of course, and off he goes.
It's there.
We lock up the doors, the hotel, and do you know what time it is, people?
Showtime!
We're on to Mark now, just living the good life. He's cracking a few tinnies and going for high scores. I only hope nobody is here to sneak up on Mark. Well, shit. This shadow bro is just not letting up.
Hey bro, arcade's closed.
Finally we get that sexy focus pull and god damn this guy's all geared up. But he respects the game, it seems.
Sucks anyway.
Absolutely fuck yes, we are back to a hulking brute, baby. Well, it's bad for Mark, but it's good for us. Now to try and help Mark get the high score, our hulking brute here gives him a quick tutorial and shows him the controls. We fish through our tool bag and just whip out a little pair of gardening scissors. I mean, whatever he has in store, I can only imagine it's going to be sheer torture. Now, I did think he would just go for the classic finger, but no, this hulking brute knows more than me. You think it's over, folks? This is stream we're watching. You think it's over still? Well, no. He just keeps going, to be honest with you. Our hulking brute now just empties the can and we are one gruesome kill down. Can I just say, I am locked the fuck into this movie. We are on to Taylor just reminiscing about her new French friend. So of course she sneaks out for a late night cuddle. We wander on in and these chaps look like they were setting up for quite a fun night.
Oh, look who it is.
Till old Buzzkill Taylor ruins it.
Are you sure you want to do that in here?
Of course I am.
I'm saying that there are usually smoke detectors in places like this.
I don't know if I have to say this. I don't condone any of the actions that were about to take place in that room. Moving on.
Welcome to America, dumbass.
She got you.
Maybe another night then, eh lads?
She don't make any smoke. Want some?
Fucking hell, you did not need to up the game so quickly. Is there no other drugs between those two? Like some nighttime cold and flu or something? I don't know. Jumping from weed to the devil's dandruff is just mad to me. Thankfully, and I do say this very loosely, Taylor talks them down to a drug-fueled weed party on the roof.
Ah, fuck that. I love it. Let's go.
Our happy little family are rudely awoken by some music playing too loud, and Mother, yeah, she's pissed. Will she take matters into her own hands though? Will she fuck?
It's after midnight. Go over there and tell them to shut up.
Off pops our sleepy daddy-o to silence these very rude Gen Zers.
Hi. Yeah, my family and I are trying to get some sleep next door.
Sorry, mister, but it was pretty funny. Shh, keep it down.
Dad, dude, don't you ever interrupt them again. Like, just from all of us. Just let them crack on.
Alright, thank you.
Now, I was going to leave this out. I usually do, but I feel it's relevant. We cut to Taylor and our cloud-chasing Frenchman for the briefest of moments, only to hear this.
How did you know about this place?
Well, I've been here before. The old lady who works here showed me once when I was a kid.
I don't know if that comes full circle, but if it does, you've got the setup. We now jump to the honeymoon suite, and I do wonder if it's getting its money's worth. Yep, that's a yes. And not only is the room getting its money's worth, we're getting the first money shot of 2025, people.
You're freaking amazing.
No, and from all of us, you're freaking amazing. Oh, fuck off, killer. Why is everyone getting cop blocked in this movie? Actually, on second thought, join in. These two lovers are just so in the moment that they don't even notice old number 3 prepping at first.
Yo, what are you doing?
It turns out though, yeah, maybe this isn't the gal they should be watching. Our shaggers get separated as the new husband is drowning in his own sex juice. I'm not proud of saying that either, but let's be real, sex juice in there. This number 2 killer though is having just so much fun with it. Like, he's the eccentric one for sure. And number 2 here, that's David Thornton. Art the Clown. He's... you can tell, can't you? With her impending doom, old money shop milkers is not going down easily. Well, to these two she's not anyway. That is until she just decides to stand in front of the dead body screaming. Women, get out of there for Christ's sake. For fucking move. Unfortunately, she spends just too long there and she is getting screwed again. Oh, god damn it. I hate ankle injuries. I hate them. I hate them. Broken, stabbed, cut. I don't like them. Now just making a slow break for it, she is flashing these halls hard. Right, how the hell did you not hear her? Bloody hell, man. Like, I get you didn't see her, which, unlucky. But are we really working on a can only hear what you see rule? Fuck me. He heads back to the room and, actually, maybe I judged too soon.
They still making noise next door?
If he doesn't know if there's noise next door, he has to be hard of hearing. Like, there's no other excuse.
They still making noise next door?
I cannot tell if the movie put that line there intentionally to explain what just happened, or it's just bad writing. These movies mess with me far, far too much.
It's Taylor. She snuck out.
You know, I bet she's with those 2 guys she met earlier.
Now we are on to the hunt for horny Taylor, so dad and son set off.
Quality family bonding time.
Meanwhile, Frenchie is just hitting her girl with all kinds of smooth lines.
Your boyfriend. Why is he being such a dick?
He is not my boyfriend. I am not the homosexual.
Our father and son duo here now are just going back and forth on jokes, getting in a little bit of bonding, so let's see what they've got.
What do you call a fish with 2 legs? A 2-knee fish.
Get it? Tuna fish? That's not too bad. Son, you're up.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
A terrible sister.
Terrible sister who?
Taylor.
That doesn't even make sense with the format. Like, get the fuck out. Finally learning that the doors are locked, a few suspicious looks around, they set off elsewhere. Our mother dearest is just getting no sleep tonight. If it isn't the neighbours next door or her daughter, it's the door that's banging.
Is anyone there?
Fuck you, stream. That was uncalled for. Number 1 here just gives us that spook and then wanders off actually. Then, and I'm not joking when I say this people, immediately after that jump scare, the door opens and the mum just assumes it's her family coming back.
Oh, glad you guys are back. Couldn't believe what these kids next door were.
Women, you have got 0 survivability. Our dad is going door to door on the hunt and it is not paying out for him.
Any chance you've seen her?
No.
If only we had like a mysterious figure just appear from the shadows with a deep authoritative voice.
I know the boys you're referring to. They're in the room next to me.
Hey, right on cue, my guy. We were asking for you. These two go back and forth on the place being locked down until little Kev just sums it all up for us.
So we're trapped.
Back on over to Mother just reading away here, and it must be a damn good read, because she doesn't even notice her backseat bookworm here. thankfully there are no storms in arm's distance because she gets something even mightier. A pen. Now I don't think I actually have to censor this because I watched this a few times. I can't tell what she does here. It both looks and sounds like it bounces off the mask, but he looks hurt. Just like Heisenberg and Tuchel, these two start trading glass back and forth for quite a while. But unfortunately for her, number one has some backup. Good throw, my guy. Well done. Surely they're not going to kill off the mum though, right? Like, at least not this early on. Well, avoiding eye contact. Yeah, she gone. I did not expect the movie to go this hard either. Not gonna lie, like this was rough. Do you know what we've not seen on the channel though in quite some time? More impossible cameras. We zoom out on this sus receptionist just kicking back on OBS. For real though, what a fucking setup, right? Like, I want this. He dials in the kill, and this is the moment we see that these four killers are all pitted against each other. We hop on over to Taylor just sitting on his baguette, and she is still gutted about not seeing her concert.
Hey, the concert. Let's just go, you and me.
And I'm going to be honest with you folks, she's a bit of a bitch.
I don't have a ticket. You only have two?
Yo. Oh, fuck it. Louis won't mind. He likes to wander anyway.
What a manipulative little scoundrel. I kind of liked her as well. There was a bit of an arc, she was growing on me, and now I fall out of love with her. This receptionist is now coming up with his master plan Dennis style.
Let me just work something out here and then...
As Ozzy has finally woken up.
Hold on.
These two back and forth, Ozzy is understandably pleading, even offering to help to survive.
I'm begging you. Don't do this.
A receptionist? Yeah, he's having none of it.
No, I'm good.
Oh, please, God, no!
He goes live with Ozzy and is just proud of his drill bit looking knife.
Say cheese. Look at that. That's some real craftsmanship right there.
It's going to be messy because he is getting ready for the water rides at Ultimate Universe, and Ozzy, it's not looking good for him. I know Ozzy was sticking his neck out for him a minute ago, but he didn't have to do it literally. Somehow surviving that though, a receptionist comes at him with a new angle. Okay, I think we can agree. Yeah, that'll do it.
Out of the game, Ozzy!
With that kill behind us, we hop back on over to the father and son detective team.
Want to hear a joke?
Definitely not. Not from you. On into the room they go, and Kev just decides to hang back, which is probably for the best.
Oh my God, Elaine.
The mum in her final moments is just unfortunately bugging out as her corpse is just, it's like ragdolling all over the floor.
Oh my God. No.
There is no way the dad is flopping her around like that. Like, can she not just be dead for one scene?
Wake up.
Kev, the curious little man he is, wanders on in.
Is Mom okay?
Kevin, I told you to stay in that other room.
Probably to tell his mum a joke or some shit, in which case, I'm not gonna lie, I'd rather be her. Sadly, we cannot dial 911, but now a free man, Daddy here just lets out a mating call. Now my question is his phone. Is this supposed to be his lock screen? Because to me it looks like he's been hacked. Now I know that's not really how hacking looks, but it is in movies, right? But he doesn't react to it like it's suspicious, so that's just his own lock screen? Dunno, it was weird. He now just sits down young Kev, does not tell him what's just happened, and decides to go over the plan yet again.
Take this. Look at me. Now we need to find your sister, okay?
Yeah, I don't think he forgot that, man. And in true horror fashion, we have that friendly face scaring the lead yet again.
Good.
No! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Back up!
Seriously, I will pick a name out the comments or put it to a vote or something. Like, it needs to be named. And also, while we're at it, fuck you, Kevin. You would have been looking directly at him approaching.
Good.
No wonder you can't find your sister. Daddy-O is sus, of course, but this stranger is bringing credentials.
I'll tell you who I am. Retired LAPD.
God damn, Bernardo. Leave some ladies for the rest of us.
Take a deep breath. Tell me what's going on.
Heartbreaker Bernardo here is brought up to speed and they all now set off for his room. He gets little Kev onto games and we just get another moment that feels relevant but totally might not be.
My dad said no video games.
I'm sure he'll let it slide this time. Besides, rules are made to be broken.
These two chaps now have a chat and look, I don't mean to sound unsympathetic, but it's a bit much.
David, I don't know what else to do because, I'm trying to hold it together for Kevin. I don't know how much longer I can do this.
It's been like 5 minutes, mate. Don't get me wrong, he's got every right to break down and be upset. That's not my issue. But this is the conversation of a single dad for a year plus, right?
I don't know how much longer I can do this.
Literally speaking, all they've done is walk into another room and he's saying that he's already done trying to hold it together. It's a bit much. Big Bernardo here though just swags his way off to go grab some protection.
Never leave home without her.
We get a little down moment now and it is Bernardo that decides to open up.
I have a daughter. That's why I'm here. I'm on my way to Philly to attend her wedding. Wedding that I wasn't even invited to.
Dude, no wonder. I wouldn't invite you either. That groom will have doubts the moment he sees that handsome face. It is back to the search, so Kev is going to hang here while the dynamic duo set off.
I need you to stay here and play your video games, okay? Can you do that for me? Me and Mr. Burnham are going to go downstairs and find your sister.
Hold the front door a minute. Mr. Burnham.
Mr. Burnham.
Did they change his name or something, but just not throughout the entire movie? You show some damn respect when talking to Mr. Davison. Seriously though, they have not said his last name out loud yet. So either Father Roy is just guessing, or the movie got its own name of a main character wrong. Like, it's the second one. In either case, Daddy-O, Mr. Burnham or Davison leaves and Kev seems to know what's going on. We hop back on over to Cocktease Taylor and she doesn't even look grateful for her stolen concert ticket. She is basically now second guessing sneaking out on the family vacation that they're excited about.
I just know my parents haven't been happy with me.
Which was an immediate response to her sneaking out. Who'd have thought?
These tickets are much better.
Yeah, I guess.
The dream team though are on the move and just nobody is in sight.
No, nothing. No sign of Lockwood anywhere.
My first thought was the same as Roy. Like, why don't we just tell people?
Why not? We can't trust anybody here. Any one of them could be in on this.
But that's actually a fair response. Being a retired cop, he has seen some things, and even some very similar things.
There was a similar situation. Residents in an apartment building were trapped inside and slaughtered one by one. And each instance was more creative than the last.
The first person we meet is Party Man Howard, and well, his wife Donna is not best pleased with him.
What the hell's going on around here? Oh, shit!
Howard! Howard!
Donna! Where have you been, Donna? We're fucked!
After some marital bickering back and forth, it is time for some tension, folks.
I'm sure you're all wondering, what is going on? You have me here to fill you in. Two of our guests, Mr. Keenan and Mr. Burnham, have had a little head start on the fun, but for the rest of you, please allow me to enlighten you.
Okay, so he is Mr. Burnham. We can lock that in. And also acknowledge that the movie forgot the name of the character, that they'd even made a physical fake ID for him. I love movies at this level.
A game that each of you have unknowingly signed up for when checking in to this fine establishment. Gotta read those terms and conditions.
I don't think this was in the T's and C's, if I'm honest with you. There's probably not a legal defence here. The next stranger to stumble on into this is Discount Hugh Hefner.
I was trying to sleep.
Who the hell are you?
So everyone accounted for, we've got the players, this group out here so far. The rude girl from earlier even appears. And of course these two lovely ladies. Oh yeah, and the guy, I'll be honest, I've hardly seen him there. Like, he doesn't matter.
Warm-ups are over, ladies and gents. Let's play ball!
We go full blackout now, and it is not sounding good, folks.
Jesus. Shit. Everyone, stay close together.
Gotta know! Calm down!
God damn, what is with this movie and decapitations? And if you think that is bad, people, get yourselves ready for the most chill reaction to a violent attack in cinematic history. I can only assume our Discount Hefner has seen some shit, if all this gets is a slight squint. And just to make matters worse, our drunk Howard is still alive somehow. I mean, I say alive very loosely. Our hulking brute and killer number 1 rock up, and so begins the slow march and refusal to shoot.
Shoot them! Shoot them for Christ's sake!
Bernardo, man, I have been gassing you up all movie. Like, come on, give us something. Our hulking brute here, though, may just be a fan of Game of Thrones. I don't know. It's hard to martell.
Are you out of your mind? You've got kids, man.
He just rips some pipe off of the goddamn wall, and off he goes. And while all this is going on, Kev is having his own struggles. He found a hotspot eventually. We jump on over to the receptionist, clearly just making up the point system, of course.
Points. 300.
I don't understand this game. Like, looking at this, they look like solo players, right? Like, they're getting their own points. But then they team up themselves. Like, it's weird. Unfortunately for little Kev, though, his inability to stay offline has raised a few alarms.
What the hell?
Hold up. He's actually managed to hack the system with nothing more than the Wi-Fi. He is on the stream now, watching the hulking brute just taking care of this late night snack hunter. Obviously being a man that takes pride in his work, yeah, the brute isn't finished yet. That vending machine fell flat, people. Like, just look at it again. Tom's snacks is accurate. Like, he's pancaked under there hard. Our receptionist is doing a little reverse hacking now.
Oh. Hello, Kevin.
I am not even going to try and understand the logistics of this, but let's just say it works.
You're a clever little boy, aren't you? No one hacks into my system.
But God, I hear you ask, surely the receptionist gives the young child Kevin, whose mother's dearly departed, a slight warning. Just something to make him stop what he's doing, right?
Your curiosity has absolutely no bearing on whether you live or you die. What you should be asking, son, is whether or not your mother is safe.
This man has zero chill. Understandably, this sends Kevin running as we hop on back to the sexy duo, oh yeah, and him, as well. It turns out this crew are not alone, as killers 2 and 3 are just a few doors away.
What's that noise? Guys, look.
Does that ruin the vibes though, I hear you ask? Of course not.
Kind of kinky. You got that right.
You two are such skanks.
Oh, shut the fuck up, man. We break out the RGB as these killers now just merrily skip their way up.
Guys.
Just real talk between me and you. Yeah, I'd let Killer 3 have all my points. Like, just saying. Just being honest with yous. She can have them all. They drop a creepy little box down and killer number 2 does his best X-23 impression, so of course we dip. Oh, for fuck, man. These guys were supposed to survive the movie. Not giving in to the sexy killer, our brunette runs off and just leaves old hairless Potter to fend for himself. But remember folks, these killers are not just killing, they're going for a high score. So obviously, they don't just kill him. They crucify him. Well, that is just so they can play some noughts and crosses. For real, my money's on number 2. Like, he got the centre, right? Like, that's almost a surefire win. Sexy brunette here runs on into Lil Kev, and it looks like we've got a new duo, who will of course get renamed.
Oh my god, where are your parents?
Finally though, she says the words we have been waiting to hear.
Fuck me!
Am I right, boys? They just keep on running, and it is not looking good, folks.
Hey, he's coming! Go, go! Open the door! He's coming, he's coming!
Oh, I see. Now you call out strangers approaching you. Fuck you, Kev. They keep on running. She is giving it her all, in every way you can imagine.
Open up, hey! He's coming, we gotta go!
Meanwhile, Kev...
Help us! He's right there, we have to go!
Yeah, he just looks slightly inconvenienced right now. Back on over to Killers 2 and 3, nearly finished their game of tic-tac-toe on their makeshift Jesus board. Things I never thought I would say ever. Like, this channel, I've said some things on this channel. I fucking called it as well. Number 2 wins, baby. You just can't beat that centre square. Our sexy killer skips away as number 2 shows off his dub. Back on to the brunette and Kev getting pinned, and it is almost kill time until...
Please stay away!
Sorry, hold the left. So, what floor, ladies? The receptionist here is loving it. I should say is Mr. Lockwood, by the way. I kind of forgot his name for ages. It's Mr. Lockwood. Not only is he loving it, he is bragging about it in chat as well, people.
They are really racking up those style points.
Our father duo set off again and find that very useful gun.
Mind if I hang on to this?
Bernardo almost takes it back as well.
If any of these freaks try to hurt my kids, I want to be the one to kill them.
Suit yourself.
Good.
Like, mate, what are you going to do? Like, we've seen you with it previously. You don't deserve it. The single sexiest lift in cinematic history opens back on up, and the brunette is still alive. Well, for now, I'm guessing. Like, I don't think she's going to make it to credits. We get into a girl fight now, and the brunette gets her with the old classic clam slam. She then takes about half an hour to grab a fork and finally necks her. Yeah, not like that, people. Come on. I wish. God damn. Couldn't number 1 have died first? Like, why her? Our brunette is obviously on the run, but number 2 is here to score. With everything blocked off, she goes for the window and surprisingly gets out. Well done, brunette. You've earned yourself some time to breathe. Who the fuck is that guy? What the fuck is going on? Fathers of the year check in on Kevin and just discover he is dipped. Only to leave themselves, but uh-oh. God damn, this is one sneaky brute. Bernardo here just wrestles with hoodies for way longer than he should, to be fair. And Father Roy is getting smacked around. Finally, Bernardo wins his own little personal fight with hoodies and just wants to help the brute out with his wrinkly head. Okay, shit. Plan B, boys. Roy, mate, come on, right? Listen to me for a minute. You just seen him take an iron to the head like a champion. And you throw a TV remote. Come on. He also just has the worst aim. Our big boy just tests out how bouncy the beds are, and it is not looking good. He's back, baby, and finally remembered how to shoot.
No, no, no!
We now just see little Kev running fast from killer number 1, and I swear this just turns into Jurassic Park. God, they even use reflections. I kinda love it. But unfortunately, number 1 is smarter than your average raptor. Kev here is just about to see the light until...
Attempted security breach. All players must report to disturbance.
Oh shit! What set those off?
Can't believe you wanted to come back, y'all. I really can't believe I actually brought you.
Of course, Taylor has returned, and it does not take her long to see the horrors.
Oh! Oh my god!
And just to say this now, right? The killer is close by, and Taylor just continues to use the people around her. Is it just me, or does she kind of look low-key annoyed that he's still in front of her? She just has that look of like, dude, you were supposed to take that for me, not like get me involved. Thank you. Unfortunately for her though, our killer number 2 is far stronger than he looks. And now, sadly, she is dead. She did the dead head thing, so I think we can say she's dead. Back on over to Mr. Lockwood, just updating the chat, and I swear, he types just like Bugs Bunny plays piano.
Eliminated.
Surely it's not just me that sees that, right? Back on over to Team Daddy, still on the hunt. They pause for a brief moment just to catch their old breath, but uh-oh.
But these are my kids, Dave. And I'd rather these freaks know where I am than they are.
Finally, it's time for Bernardo to step up and be the hero we know he is.
What are you doing? I have secured my win. My work here is done. Sorry, Roy.
What the fuck, Bernardo, you backstabbing mother superior.
Carry on.
He now just dips and leaves Roy to tackle killer number 1. Now surprisingly, instead of staying with Roy and this clear fight, we follow Bernardo on his backstabbing ways. He is just roaming the back rooms for quite some time until he stumbles onto the danger zone.
That's it.
Danger zone.
Bernardo is finally at the command center, now just looking to cash out his winnings.
Yes! I'm in.
He is not the most tech savvy, but he is looting the access codes, and what do we see, people? Big Daddy Roy seems to be getting the upper hand, which of course would mean that bastard Bernardo gets hee-haw.
Your family's already dead. Give it up!
Their little scuffle goes off cam, but unfortunately, the killer is back.
Where did it go?
Meanwhile, Bernardo, he is far too hyped to hear what is right behind him.
Ah, yes! Oh, I knew you wouldn't let me down, Roy. I'm gonna win this thing.
Now, to be fair, the last thing I expected in this movie was a Saw-style corpse twist. Well done, movie. In one of those rare instances, I agree with the bad guy. Lockwood is having none of his manipulating ways.
You can't do this, man. The game is over. My bets are in. I won.
I mean, the bastard tried to manipulate the game.
You, my dear friend, are still alive.
And when I say he's having none of it, yeah, he's really having none of it. Well, that is until Lockwood sees little Kev in the kitchen like a sitting duck.
You wouldn't have won anyway. You underestimated the kid.
These two have a solid exchange until Lockwood just really drills it into him that he lost. That is fucking nasty, movie. Like, I like it. It's nasty. As we approach the end game, we announce a 1v1v1 situation as the killers get triple points for Kev.
The player who kills the boy will be awarded triple points. Happy hunting!
They of course all set off and even have a little meet-up. This killer is putting me on edge. Like, he is bringing the unpredictability of art to this movie beautifully. Like, I love him so much. We jump on over to the crime scene and, oh, fuck off, Taylor. Why can't you just be dead? Like, she did the deadhead thing. That's movie 101 for dead. Number 1 is on the kitchen search, and surely Kevin didn't stay around here, right?
Oh my, someone is awfully warm.
Okay, he kinda deserves it, I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is on you, Kev.
Get off me!
It's me, it's Dad.
Oh shit, it's the dad, baby. Did you see that one coming with the clear, off-camera, unconfirmed death?
Listen to me. I need big boy Kevin right now. Okay, you and me, we're getting out of here.
Art the Clown is back, but these two now come up with a plan.
Look, it's just you and me right now, okay?
It is now just standoff time, and suddenly, yeah, number 2 isn't as happy as you think he'd be. It would be really bad for Daddy Roy here if somebody, potentially, somehow, had footage of what just happened.
Holy shit. Player 2! Player 1 is a fake!
What I want to know is, what else was Lockwood doing? Like, this is the finale, right? Why would he not be watching the kitchen, or like specifically Kev, the whole time? What do you think happens now, folks? Well, without a weapon to hand, Roy needs to improvise. Now that is thinking on your feet. Well, someone else's feet. I do kind of respect him using his son as a weapon though. Again, this movie keeps surprising me. With all hope dwindling away fast, Lil Kev here tags in for the action. This is stream we're watching, people. Did you really think it was going to end with a knife stab? The little bloody psychopath. He's a changed child. So our number 2 here has been stabbed and burned. What's next, do you think? Well, of course it is a bludgeoning for the trifecta of injury. With a very pissed off Lockwood.
We're going to overtime.
He is now on the hunt himself for Roy, as our father and son duo make their escape, but uh-oh.
Dad?
Roy.
Lockwood is not a happy bunny whatsoever, and he is now coming at them as a villain in the final act style.
You cost a lot of people a lot of money tonight, Roy.
I mean, yes, he is a villain in the final act, but you know what I mean.
They are not happy about it. Neither am I.
Although, come to think of it, would he not be very happy financially right now? Like, it wasn't explained, and I don't really understand how this whole betting thing works. However, if Lockwood set this up, people are making bets, and they've not won, he's just reaping all the rewards.
You have an audience, Roy. Look. You see? There. Huh? It's the oldest sport. It's in our nature. Greeks, Romans, Aztecs, Mongols, they all did it. We do it. And now you.
I mean, technically Roy and his psycho son, but sure.
Tonight, Roy, you are a gladiator. I can't say the same, though, for your wife. Or that hot little daughter of yours.
Lockwood really does have a bad case of not watching his own camera feeds. Otherwise, he would have known it was Roy earlier, like immediately, and also he would know the daughter's alive, who's probably just wandering the halls right now.
Or that hot little daughter of yours.
Lockwood takes that swing, but our man Roy is just fueled by far too much adrenaline right now. He just does not let up with the triple and quadruple taps until we get that famous saw line.
Game over.
He said it! He said it!
With Lockwood down, all threats disposed of, Roy comes to comfort his little serial killer in the making.
You're such a brave boy. What do you say we go home, huh?
It's okay, we're safe. Dad! Oh my god.
What the actual F movie? Okay, now, for me at least, that was not expected. At all. Well done, movie.
You're just looking out for your brother.
No, please. You're okay. Don't leave me. Don't leave me.
Sadly, Father Dearest now fades away, but again, uh-oh. Kevin sees yet another person approaching and again, says nothing.
Kevin!
Lockwood is back, baby, for a final showdown.
No more bets.
Okay, so I think that maybe, possibly, he's finally dead. We now cut on over to the next day and the cavalry is finally here.
Sorry your family had to go through this.
And also somehow, number 2 survived that kitchen fight. Our paramedic just whips out his phone in the child's face, like a professional of course.
Nobody.
And it turns out he was playing along as well. We then see, what, the president booting up the next game? This person just looks very, overly official, but they do not explain who this is or why they're important. So I'm going with president. It is funner to think that the president's involved. We are moving on to the next game, and I think we all know this voice.
Everything's on schedule, sir.
Let's keep it that way.
If I have learned anything about Tony Todd here on the channel, it's that he loves a multicam, last man standing torture game.
This is one of the biggest underground websites in the world.
Only now, he's doing it in a hospital, it seems.
Well, that was really exciting. I have something truly extraordinary in store for you.
He monologues hard, just hyping up this game for a while.
It's time to spice things up a bit.
I'm literally just saying this sentence to put a little cut in to give you more Tony Todd monologue. Like, I don't want to cut it short, and I don't want copyright coming down on me.
Men and women, old and young, who's to say whose life is more valuable? I say, let the struggle begin.
And with this, we roll on into credits.
Let it continue.
But only for a minute, people, as it seems the next game is already underway in a cinema.
Jesus Christ! Please help me!
This is honestly just brutal kills. Fantastic kills for a horror fan, but I would need to censor this entire bit, put it that way. Finally, we cut on over to the folks kidnapped, and I can actually show you them.
But enough about me. We wouldn't want to upstage the talent. I know how actors can be.
And here we have the new Lockwood as well.
You know what needs to be done. The spotlight is finally yours, so take a bow.
This new villain unveils a poor victim, and I am just as shocked as them to find out that Lockwood is still alive. Okay, well, maybe not as shocked.
Oh, the final act.
And with that, we roll into final credits. And there you go, folks. That was Stream. I genuinely, and I know I say this a lot, I really enjoyed this movie. It had everything I wanted. And that little end section too. Like, the movie wrapped itself up with two of the biggest names. You've got Tim Curry and Tony Todd. It's a shame they weren't in it for longer. Like, Tony Todd, I may have expected him to be in more. Tim Curry, any length of movie he was in, I can understand. But do you now get what I mean when I said this film was Tim Curry's return to movies? It's not. Like, it is, but it's not. I'm genuinely impressed that all of the killers in this movie had some sort of personality to them. Like, they all felt unique, even in silence. Like, just through their killing style or the way they moved. That was good. It wasn't just four faceless, similar killers. The dad using the uniform as well. Now, to trick killer number 2, I kinda seen that coming, I think we all did. It genuinely did surprise me the second time around at the end of the movie, because usually, in movies, especially this sort of level, they only use that trick once and then it's done. So to have him fool killer number 2 and then be killed by it himself as well, yeah, that was unexpected. I had also forgotten that the daughter was alive at that point, which probably added to my surprise. Like, I did not like the daughter. This had probably some of the most brutal, grotesque kills I've seen on the channel yet, and I think I will for a long time. It was perfect for it. Not only were they brutal and pretty horrific, this movie had fun. Do you remember that, movies? Do you remember just having fun? I'm all for serious. I love a good serious horror when you can get behind. But when you know what you are, which is a little bit silly, and just lean into it beautifully, it is a fine balance to get right, and I think Stream nailed it. Like, this is the type of movie I do not get bored with, because they're just bad enough that you don't question everything, like you just accept it as a bad movie, but they also try so much and have a lot of fun with it, and they put love and care into the movie that you come away thinking it is an amazing thing. But you know, when a movie is just super serious, you do kind of question its flaws, and then it kind of break the movie for you. Yeah, I never get it in movies like this. It surprised me as well that it didn't lean too much into the Stream angle, considering it's named Stream and its premise is a Stream killer game thing, and I'm glad it didn't. It was the setting and the premise of the movie, sure, but it is not what carried it whatsoever. Like, it was in the backlines of this movie. This was fun. This is all I've got to say. This was a fun movie. I am sure you could come up with an amazing drinking game for this movie and have a fantastic weekend, put it that way. So look, that was my thoughts, feelings on Stream. Have you seen this movie? Is it one you even knew existed? Are there any other movies you might like to see here on the channel? Do let me know. If you've made it this far and you haven't yet, do hit subscribe so you're ready for the next one. That would be amazing. You can find me on my socials, hell, even join the Discord. Links to all of that down below. And with everything said and all wrapped up, as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope I see you on the next one.